Hello everyone. Welcome to the last Go Me Club of at least for a while, because I am, if you have not watched my live yesterday, I am not going to be doing my 365 days live anymore after March. So we have a couple of days left, several days left. Today is, I think, the 87th. So I think we have like 3 or 4 more days left of March, and then it's gonna be April. And so yeah, it's a little bittersweet, but I still plan to, I will still come on here and share celebrations as they come, as it happens. But and I will still do this celebration in my life, in my personal life, but I just will no longer be doing it as part of my life. Wow, it's really loud over here. Okay, maybe I'm going to take a walk, but it's like some construction going on here, and it is lightly raining. So I'm hoping that it stops, because I did not bring. Oh my god! Look. Oh! Look at that flower. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I thought this was like fake when I was walking over there. Oh my god, can you see this? I cannot. This is so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, I'm a little bit low-key obsessed. Anyway, let me get myself situated here. All this traffic, all this noise. I'm really trying to get myself just, nice for a nice little walk. But yeah, sorry for the noise. There's gonna be a little bit of noise in the background, but I hope it's really loud where I'm at. But they're doing some construction across the street over there. That's why it's so loud. Anyway, whew, I wanted to say that, yeah, this will be my last Go Meetup. So I do want you to continue to celebrate yourself, and feel free to send me any of your celebrations in the DMs. I would love to hear them. I just won't be doing them officially anymore. So yeah, it's bittersweet, but I'm going to be here to share some of my celebrations with you. And I know I already shared a good amount yesterday, but just in case you were not there, I'm gonna run past this truck, because it's so loud. Oh, there you are, going with me running. Let me get away from it a little bit first. Have you ever been with someone on a live where they're running? This is fun. Okay, hopefully it's better now. Okay, so, yeah, celebration. I'm sorry, this took a long time for me to get to this place, but celebration. So, I want to celebrate my decision to stop my lives. It is a big decision. It is a decision that I only realized this morning, that every time I just change my mind to go and do something else, it's usually my mind that is giving me a hard time with that switch. It's usually my intuition, my sacral, that's like, yes, we're ready to switch, we're ready to change. And the mind is the one that's holding us back and holding me like to what I promised that I would do in my commitment. So I thought that was a very important distinction to make, that it's usually when we choose to do something else, the mind is what keeps us stuck. The mind is what wants us to stay in the comfortable, in the known, so that we don't, risk that. We don't take that chance to try something and it doesn't work out, or try something and it's not safe or whatnot, right? So I want to celebrate myself for listening to my sacral, continuously dedicating myself, devoting myself to my sacral. I love that. I want to celebrate myself. I want to celebrate myself for not feeling guilty, feeling obligated to continue to do something that no longer aligns with me, no longer feels good. I want to celebrate this week starting my 6-week course in internal family systems. I have not finished the catch up replay, but I plan to do that, and I plan to do that in a very, like, I no longer rush what I do, because I really am starting to shift away from the life where I do what I think I should be doing just to perform. Like, I'm really switching away from the performative life, and whether that's performing for first of all, sometimes it's performing for, okay, I'm gonna have to stop again and show you the beautiful wisteria. Like, I'm trying to zoom in. Zoom in. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my god. So pretty. Definitely want some wisteria or something at my wedding. Anyway, at first, okay, going back to the performance. Sometimes it's so silly, but I feel like I'm performing to imaginary people. Like, I'm performing just because I've been so used to performing and doing well for the sake of doing well. And there's not really any audience that I'm performing to. So first of all, that's that. Second of all, it's performing for whether it's my family, right? My parents who are, always asking me how my business is doing, how I'm doing, like what am I doing, right? So it's performing for the loved ones around you that you care about how they think about you or what they think about you. And then the third piece is performing for, if you have an online business, performing for your audience online. And that is also ties into performing for the algorithm, right? So I want to move away. I am in the process of moving away from that mindset of performance, and moving into not in the mindset, but the being of just allowing. I want to move into that instead of living from a place of performance, living from a place of full authentic expression, self-expression. And that's really, really what I want to anchor in. And I feel like because of the work and the practice that I'm actually putting in, and the actions that I'm actually like doing to start anchoring in these moments and start rewiring these neural pathways and paving a new path, paving a new way for me to start living and being, I feel like that's really helpful. So this goes back to, I have not finished watching the course, the module 1 yet, because, it just hasn't felt like the time to do so. And this week has been so filled with other things. Like yesterday, I spent like a whole day juicing, and a whole day making ice cream, and a whole day making a new type of baked goods, and like, I look back and I was like, such a fun day. And like, of course I cut my finger. So, it was a whole thing. And, and so like, I, I used to, if I were my old self, I can tell that I would have been hard on myself for like not finishing the course, not finishing the module yet, and I would be all up in my business for like not doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a good student. But I no longer do that. I have so much grace, so much compassion for myself now. And I'm just like so proud. I'm just so proud. And that's what matters when I am able to be there for myself and care for myself and cheerlead myself on without the need for that external validation from anybody else first. It's so refreshing and so alleviating, because I have spent so much of my life doing that. So I'm very proud and very excited for that. And I'm just, want to celebrate that with you for my Go Me Club. It is still sprinkling a little bit. Okay, when it sprinkles, it gets onto my glasses. If you wear glasses, you know what I'm talking about. What other things? What other things do I want to celebrate? If you're tuning in, let me know and let me know what you're celebrating in the comments. We are on Go Me Club celebrations for Friday. So I want to celebrate. Oh yeah, I want to celebrate this week. Melanie did another bonus module for our course, Exponential Wealth. And oh my God, like I swear that I'm so grateful. I want to celebrate being continuously in Melanie's world. Has just shifted and changed who I am on such a deep level. And I'm just like so astounded by the leap that I took when I did join her year-long mentorship and how much I am still learning and evolving and growing from that mentorship. I'm just so thankful because yeah, like the module this week, like I posted about it on my stories quite a lot, is that it's just if you're an entrepreneur, an online business person, listen up, because this is about how you show up to your business. And especially if you are doing like services like coaching, mentoring, consulting, it's all about how you're speaking to your people. And just what she taught in that one module, like I re-listened to it again today, and it just like made so much sense. But we humans with our human mind just we forget what really matters at the end of the day, what embodiment really is, that we are actually speaking to people and attracting the people that are very similar to us in terms of mindset, in terms of energetics, in terms of capacity. And so that is why it is so important to do the work on ourselves first, so that we attract those same people that are on the same frequency as us. And I'm not going to like go into a whole spiel, a whole course about it, but I just want to celebrate that I got so many ahas and like so much empowerment from that module, and such like a new lens, a new path that is so liberating in my business that I'm going to be taking moving forward. And I know that I was just I want to embody this new identity and show up as her. And I just know that it's not going to be easy. Like every time I shift my identity, it's like, oh, like I have to like take one step back, maybe two steps backward, one step forward, two steps backward, right? But at the end of the day, I'm still taking those steps forward, and I'm still creating that new version of me every single day. So I'm excited to see my own evolution and see where this goes. And yesterday I like put sticky notes of like how I want to show up, how I want to think about my clients, who I'm attracting, who I want to magnetize, who I want to work with. I put those on post-its and put it on my mirror, and then I also put it on my laptop, so I'm reminded of it daily, because that's a lot of times that's where I am. That's what I'm looking at. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm working on my laptop, right? So we had that. I just want to celebrate. I really want to celebrate this whole week of leaning into my hibernation phase, my hermit mode, and not putting a lot of pressure on myself. I feel really good about this week, and I felt like this week was really me embodying that version of myself that I've always wanted to embody. I felt like this week was the first time that I really allowed myself to relax without that obligation, without that judgment in the background. I was able to really show myself compassion and love to the point where, I feel like I have calmed down those parts of me that were in fear, And I just put a post up on my Facebook as well that like, I feel like I'm finally coming home to myself, to my truth, to my own safety within myself. And if I continue to cultivate that, I know that no matter what happens, I will be safe within myself. I have my own back. And I just feel like that's so important to have your own back, to be that home, that safety for yourself first and foremost. And then of course when we have our partner, they support that, right? We have our family support that. We have our friends, but first and foremost, we should have our own back. So I just want to really celebrate myself for that growth and that evolution. And so I wanted to share it here with you. Another thing that I would like to celebrate is I reached out to my friend. Usually I feel like some people in life, and I've never shared this before, like publicly, so you're gonna be the first one, or one of the first ones to hear this, is that I usually, people have like different areas of their life, finances, their friends, their romantic life, their personal life, their career. Like I always feel like I have everything. Like I like so far in my life, I have my finances in order, like my career, like I'm doing what I would love to do. I am finding out more about myself. I'm doing that personal life stuff, personal growth stuff. I have a beautiful, very abundant, loving relationship, the best partner I could ever ask for. Didn't even know I needed. I have a really good family. We're growing. We're growing closer together, and all that beautiful stuff. And then there's the friendship category. And I feel like, for some people, maybe their relationship, some people, maybe their family. But for me, it has always been my friends. My friends have always been the aspect of my life that I struggle with the most. And it's like some years, sometimes I take the time to really cultivate my friendships and go and, because as a line 4 in human design, I really value relationships. I really value those deep conversations, those deeper relationships. I'm the person who rather have a small group of friends than like a huge group of acquaintances. Like that's just me. I don't like to be in big groups. I find more depth, more value, more fulfillment from those relationships, those one-on-one or one-on 2 or 3. And I've always struggled to find, as of so far, I don't want to jinx myself, but so far I have not found people who have been able to reciprocate the type of friendship that I value and I desire as well. And so that's just been part of my life. And for a long time, I used to make myself like wrong for it. I used to think that there was maybe something wrong with me. Maybe I'm, not good enough, or maybe I'm too much. There was so many stories. But I think I've come to a place where I just trust that my friends, that friend at the level that I desire will come my way, and I just haven't met her yet. And so even though I have these other beautiful friendships, I still haven't found anyone who met my, I guess, standard, or just fills that like friendship void that I have. And when I say friendship, I mean like I define friendship in a very different way. I I value friends that actually are part of my life and not um just me updating them about my life. I want a friend that I do life with. Wow, I'm really loving like the lighting and the colors. I'm just getting distracted because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so lucky to be like around such beautiful spaces. Getting distracted over here. But yeah, so with all that being said, I wanted to get to the point of me sharing that I'm celebrating that I reached out to some of my friends in our little group that we have, and I, just responded to some of their comments and wrote some things, because sometimes I feel like I try too much, like I'm the one who initiates everything, and then I kind of get frustrated or sad when I don't receive anything back. And so I've learned to kind of like step away and let other people have a chance to respond and reciprocate. And it's been a while since I've done that. And so I want to celebrate myself for like not fully like just giving up on my friendships, and still, once in a while when I'm feeling good, go in there and give them my energy and give them a chance to reciprocate. Because I know, people go through their own things, and I don't hold that. I don't hold that against them. It's just, it's just not the type of friendship that I am looking for, to be like my best friend. So when I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about like that best friend or that best friend group, that I don't yet have. And I definitely am still opening and keeping the doors open for that to manifest. But yeah, so that is another thing that I want to celebrate. But yeah, so I think those are a lot of things already. And the biggest thing I think is that I'm continuing to follow my sacral, continuing to really listen to myself and connect to myself, and live a life that is body up instead of from the mind down. I want to live body first, trust my sacral, trust things even if it doesn't make sense, because I've lived my whole life listening to my mind, and this is where it got me. So, or, it was where it got me back when I was a teacher. So I, how Einstein says, the definition of insanity is when you do something over and over and over again, expecting different results. So I'm not going to be part of that definition group. I'm going to try different things and see if I'm going to get different results. So thank you again for joining my live. Let me know in the comments one thing that you're celebrating about yourself. Doesn't have to be what you've done. It can just be a shift in perspective, a shift in your viewpoints, an aha moment, a realization, right? Anything small. Doesn't have to be big. I would love to hear about it. And yeah, a few more days. I will be popping on for a few more days, and then after that, there will be a little shift in my business and the way I show up and what I will be offering. So I am actually going to go into my follicular phase tomorrow. So that is going to be the next phase in my 1 month experiment, where I am going to be emerging out of my hibernation and going to do some planning and some planning and some like stuff around what I want to create next in my passion project era. So, and of course, I will always listen to how my energy is feeling, what my energy is telling me. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow in tomorrow's live. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I have just reached the park area. Very beautiful, very green. It is amazing. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.